This is the old town of Goerlitz in Germany. One can get no further east in Germany than Goerlitz. This town is right on the border. So before though we go to the border, let's have a quick look at the old town. It's a very quick look because I'm just going to show you down this one street. It is an ideal film set in my opinion, and indeed it's been used in many films, one of which was Inglourious Bastards, and that was filmed partially here. So there's a look down the street now. Nice, eh? But the point of this is to show you the border, and so now we're gonna go down there. So a little bit of history. In August 1939, two countries, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, signed the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, named after the foreign ministers of both countries. And as a result of this, the two of them attacked Poland, Nazi Germany on the 1st of September and the Soviet Union on the 17th of September 1939. Later, on the 21st of June, or 22nd of June in 1941, Nazi Germany attacked the Soviet Union. And as a result of doing all that, Nazi Germany lost the war. Now, as part of the original 1939 pact, Poland was split in two, with Soviet Union getting slightly more land than Nazi Germany. But seeing as theoretically, just now that the Soviet Union didn't exactly change sides, but as it ended up on the winning side, it got to keep all the land that it had taken. I apologise for the wind. So Poland had to be compensated. And this town, Goerlitz, was split in two, and this became the border. Poland was moved bodily eastwards, and whereas before World War II, from here to Poland was a journey of about 230 kilometers in a direct straight line, something like that. Now after it, this became the border, and this river, the Nysa, it's called that because it's nicer than some other rivers. And no, it's a little joke of mine actually. The Nysa in Poland, or Lusitanian Nysa, or Lusitanian Nysa, it became the border. This is the border bridge between the two countries. Now, after 1945, the Soviet Union occupied what was approximately just under a third of what was left of Germany, so that became East Germany, or around a third, something like that. And even though Poland was also occupied, and two friendly socialist countries, theoretically, travel between the two was very difficult. Indeed, at one stage there was only 3 border crossings. There was a border crossing actually opened here around 1970, if I remember rightly, but the amount of paperwork made it really difficult to actually for people to get across. Not easy. It wasn't even places where you just turn up and show your passport. Much more difficult than that. Right, so this bridge though is comparatively new, and we shall walk across it right now. So notice the border defences, these poles, border guards, barbed wire, etc. It's all gone. And this immediately, as I can show you this bit here with this restaurant. A mill once stood here. There, it's called Müller. I thought it was called the Alte Müller, it's the old mill, but it's not called that. There's a bit of a drop of the river. It's not a waterfall. I forgot what them things are called, but anyway, it has a name. And so now we're walking into Poland. I'll bet the customs and everything will be, no doubt, on this side. Now the Polish part is it's not as attractive as the German part, and the reason for that is the old city as such is on the German side, on the western side of the river. Here There are still some old houses, and particularly along the riverside, but a lot of what you see here is communist era architecture. This building here, and I think this one here had something. I think it has something to do with the mill as well. Actually, I don't know why. Maybe it was a storage. I don't know. And that bit there certainly looks like a 19th century building for warehousing or something like that. Could be wrong. Who knows? And there's a view down looking downstream. So as we come here, this is called Piwnica Staromiejska. So Piwnica means the I've forgotten the word. Yeah, I'm getting worse and worse with words. A Piwnica is the place under a house or something. It's the whatever the word is. It'll come back to me in a while. It'll come back to me as soon as I stop filming. Staromiejska, old town. The old town Piwnica, the old town cellar. That's the word. Piwnica is a cellar, and that was rok założenia, 1997. So it's been in business as a restaurant since 1997. As I recall, though, I think this bridge is actually younger than that. Now, it wasn't always like this. This is largely thanks to Schengen that this is now open in this nature. Oh, look, there's a Polish customs office. They've put that one here. It's a Granica Państwa, Granica border, Państwa country. And so that's the Polish customs there. But note, there are no signs saying Poland, no signs saying Germany, and that's been done deliberately to show union, in this case, between the two. Now, presumably, vehicles can come up and down. These things, which is the same on the other side of the border, will actually come up. Now, when under socialism, it didn't look like this. When this was communist Poland and that was East Germany, it looked very dull and drab. So this is really thanks to recent years. Now, we see a big sign there that says Zigaretten, cigarettes in German, probably because one can buy cigarettes there, and probably because they are cheaper here in Poland than they are in Germany. There's no tax-free though or anything like that. The taxes here may be lower. Fuel is about 10% cheaper. That's one I can tell you. I've got no idea how much of cigarettes cost. And in Germany, though, the VAT rate is lower than it is in Poland, but the excise duty for cigarettes may be lower here, and certainly is on fuel, I believe. In fact, Poland's got one of the cheapest fuel prices in Europe. It isn't the cheapest. I was in Malta 2 months ago, and there the price was about 1/3 cheaper than here. If I remember rightly, it was about 120 euros, when in Germany I paid 170. So, and in Poland I paid approximately 155, something like that, if I remember rightly. So this is now Poland, and there we can see things written up in Polish, except for Ristorante Pizzeria, which is in Italian, Appartamenti niskie, the lower apartments, flats, whatever, apartments. And there's nightclub written up in English. And then I have a view over the river. Now, Goerlitz over there has made an effort to attract people to come and live here. It's much cheaper. You can buy property much cheaper than other parts of Germany. So that might be a very good reason for wanting to live there. Living costs also are lower, so it's doing its best to attract people to go and live there. The most easterly part of Germany, in fact the most easterly part's a bit further downstream. And you think the most easterly part of Germany, if you wanted to go there now, you'd have to pass through all of Poland, then you have to pass through Russia, and then into Lithuania. It was Memel, Klaipeda in Lithuania today, so that was like 110 years ago. Okay, so I hope you found that interesting. Thanks so much for watching. And I do lots of films from Poland and Germany, Not so many from both of the countries in the same video, but lots of films in general. Thanks for being with me.